To replace the chain, the first thing is to take the chain off. In some cases, they'll have a master link, which you can disconnect, like the missing link that KMC makes. We were going to put back on this. But in some cases, the chains just have to be broken. And it doesn't matter where you break the chain. After all, it's all worn out and you want to replace it. So we just stick this little tool on here, crank this out. What that's doing is pushing the pin out of the middle of the chain. And it does require this special tool. Now we're backing this back out. This particular tool is binding in there just a little bit, which is not so good. But eventually the chain breaks. In this case, it throws the tool. Now we simply remove the chain. Note the direction that this is threaded, how it goes through the derailleur cage, because your chain is going to have to go that same direction again. And just pull it right on out of there. There we go. One scrap chain. Our next step is to get the new chain, to put it on, and to measure it for the length that it needs to be. There's our new chain. Oh, first thing, we need to get the derailleur in the big ring position, and the rear derailleur also moved to its big ring position. I'll show you why in just a minute. But for the sake of argument, that's how we do it. I'll thread this chain down through the derailleur to get its whole path the way it should be. Right out of the package, you'll find these chains have a solvent on them that keeps them from rusting in the package. That really should be cleaned off with an engine degreaser. I haven't shown that in the video, but that's something we recommend. So now we've got the chain strung in its appropriate location. It's on the big ring in the front and the big ring in the back. And we do that because we want to measure now the chain length. And the way we do that is we pull this chain until it is all but tight. So we're going to pull it up this way. This chain, or this derailleur, is going to come up here till it's about as tight as it can go. Now, because this is a hardtail, you can see that's as tight as it goes. I'm going to go back one link set to there. Again, that's the big condition. If it were a full suspension, depending on the type of suspension, I might back off 2 or 3 links. But on a hardtail, on a road bike, on a cyclocross bike, we find that just about 1 link is about enough. The tighter chain, make sure that there's always tension in the chain. It makes it shift much better, both front and back. So what I'm going to do is this big link here, the outside link, is going to be replaced by the master link. So I'm going to push out this pin. Hopefully you can see that, but I'm going to push out this pin because that's the one that is going to be replaced. Hold on to that. Nice. Let off the slack. Pull it out a little bit. Grab our chain tool and break it at that point right there. Now that we've cut the chain, we've broken it now at the proper length, we've got it big, it's time to put in the master link. The master link is easy to put on, but not if you've got a lot of tension on the chain. We had a lot of tension when we were measuring it. What we're going to do is pull this chain up, shift down, let the chain go off of the small ring, and in the back, pull it way down, shift the derailleur way down, so that we don't have to deal with a lot of derailleur tension when we're putting the master link on. And the way we do this, we take one end of the master link and put it in from the outside on one end, doesn't matter which one, the inside on the other end. And we're going to pull these together. We're going to set the master link. In this case, we ought to be professional and call it the missing link, which is what KMC calls it. I'm going to set those together just kind of pull. It works best if you pull and push kind of at the same time, or if you're real lucky and have one of the tools, just stick this in here, open that area up with the tool. Now we've got the chain put together, our master link is all fixed, perfect. Pull this chain up onto the chain ring, like so. Looks great. So that's a small condition. This is called cross-chaining, by the way. Not a good idea to be in the small condition. And go up to the big ring here. I'm going to walk this rear derailleur up to the big ring in the back and double check that indeed we have enough chain there that we're not over-tensioning anything and that we may have assembled that correctly.